So the thing about this video blog, or one of the things about it, is I don't want it to be a bunch of sappy, sad, raw, I'm always depressed, anxiety guy. But if I'm planning on shooting and recording every day, or at least every other day, it's going to capture some of those emotions just because I'm going through life like all of us are. So I'm trying to think of a way to discuss these things without causing people to swerve off the side of the road or break down and cry. I thought I would talk about things that I never thought, in reference to things in my own life that I never thought would happen or come true. And I'll see if I can put that together to make it make sense. One thing I never thought is that I would do magic tricks. And that is not a metaphor, unfortunately. There was a small amount of time, no, I'm lying, it was about a year, that I wanted to be a magician, ladies and gentlemen. And of course it happened after a trip to Vegas. You get a free show and a buffet, but the first thing you have to do is go check out like one of those time unit things. What are they called? Times Square? No, that's New York. Those things where you go down there and they tell you about buying property, and if you buy property, you can come to resorts. But all I really wanted was the magic show and the free buffet. And plus it was Vegas, so I figured, sure, we might buy some property in Vegas. Can I see the magic show? So the hotel we were staying in, which was the Stratosphere, of course has a mall basically inside of it. And being that we're in Vegas, the town of magic, there was little magic shops that I would go to, and they would have like guys out front doing live demonstrations. And this dude was impressed. How is he making that dollar float? That is some type of witchcraft. So I bought a magic set for $50 that came with that same make a dollar float trick in it. And dude, I was psyched. I was more excited to get home than I was to spend the rest of the week in Vegas because I was about to do some magic. The thing is, to pull off some type of illusion or sleight of hand, you need to practice. And if there's been one thing in my life that I don't do very well, that's prepare. And so I just wanted to open up the box and know how to do all the magic tricks. And my poor wife, who sat there and pretended to be impressed with me fumbling over fake thumbs and handkerchiefs stuck in my pocket that everybody could see, sat through the grueling examples of horrible tricks that I would try to do to impress her. And my magic career ended when I brought my son into the room, to which I actually converted an office into a magician's lab, if you will, full with curtains, and this is horrible. So I would have a chair and I would ask my son to come in there and I would prepare to do my magic trick and blow his mind. And I would only practice the trick maybe once or twice, usually by reading the back of the box that showed you how to do it. And every time I would do a trick, my son, who was maybe 8 years old, would go, "I saw you drop the quarter. I could see the handkerchief. You have 3 cards in your hand." He would bust me every single time. So I tore that magic room down and I put all my magic tricks away. So I never thought I would try to be a magician. So I probably shouldn't be recording right now because I'm in a little bit of an upset mood, but maybe that's the best time to record. I think discussing anxiety in these blogs has kind of made me, in a way, start to face it and think about it a little bit more specifically. And so I think it's made me a little bit more alert to when it's kicking in, and also to the contributing factors that cause it to kind of elevate. But it's Tuesday right now, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe all of this is just I'm too emotional, I'm too invested in it, I'm too sensitive, and things like that. You should just be able to blow them off and move on, and hey, there's bigger problems, but I can only be as honest as I possibly can and say this is how it makes me feel. This morning there's been ongoing things in my own personal family. I've done so much for a certain person in my family, like beyond things that I ever thought I'd be able to do. I've given up and risked my own relationship with my wife and my kids and my time and my job, and I can't ever get them to accept me. And I reached out again today. I'm basically told to leave them alone and never talk to them ever again. And I've spent so much of my energy and time I've just wanted to be loved by my parents, and I've wanted to be able to know that I'm loved. And there was a time in my life that I switched off of that goal, and I just wanted my kids to feel like they were loved. And for whatever reason, I have been unsuccessful at getting that. So I've tried to pour myself into my kids to make up for and accommodate. And I think I do a pretty good job of that. But I guess the question that I keep wondering about all this is, why does it have to be that way? It doesn't have to be that way. There's no thing, even if you take into it, maybe someone has medical issues or maybe someone's too far away. I'm never going to do that to my kids. I'm never going to do that to my grandkids. I'm 41 years old, but it's still important to me to feel like my parents are proud of me and that they love me. Not to the point to where it's crippling if they don't, but if I take 20, 30 seconds to just sit in silence and think about it, I don't know why I was unable to ever feel that I was good enough. And I've already started to see the same type of repeated process in my own children's lives. I don't understand why it has to be that way. And I don't even know if this is anxiety or if this is just heartbreak.